The story of Mormonism starts in the early 19th century with Joseph Smith, a young farm boy from upstate New York. In 1820, Smith claimed to have a vision of God and Jesus Christ, leading him to restore what he believed to be the true Christian church. Just a few years later, he translated the Book of Mormon, a sacred text that Mormons believe to be the companion to the Bible. Smith founded the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in 1830. Despite facing persecution and being forced to move across the country, the church grew rapidly. Mormons believed in modern-day prophets, and today the faith continues to thrive with millions of members worldwide. Most Mormons are now centered in Salt Lake City, Utah, which has become a haven after Smith's successor, Brigham Young, led a mass migration west to escape religious persecution. While there are a lot of misconceptions about Mormons, like their beliefs of polygamy or their strict lifestyle, it's important to note that the church has modernized over the years, and many aspects are still misunderstood. Some famous Mormons include Mitt Romney, Pharrell, and Danny Osmond, who has all found success in their respective fields. And I did not know Pharrell was Mormon, I'm gonna be honest. So the only responsible thing for me to do was to seek clout by hopping on a plane and going to figure this religion out. Here's the video. What's good, boys and girls? But right now, as you can see in the title and thumbnail, we are in Salt Lake City to interview Mormons. Now, you might be asking, Damon, why are you doing that? One simple reason. Tickets here are really cheap. They're like $80. The only thing I've ever heard about Mormons was like Mitt Romney. They have hella wives and like sister wives. So we're here in the freezing cold. You know how I always talk about how I need to plan my videos better? This just goes to it. You know, how often do I go when it's like weather? We're rain, sleet, or snow. We're gonna go. Big time living. Hey, are you guys Mormons by chance?
No.
What, do you guys have any questions about Mormons?
Would I have questions about Mormons?
Yeah. We're here.
Probably a lot of questions, but
What's like your top one?
I don't even know what their belief is fully.
You get to tell people you did a public interview now. Yeah. All right, got the first one out of the way. The first one's always the worst one, if I'm being honest. I get so nervous. I get so like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, fellas? But here in Salt Lake City, and I know they don't drink, they don't smoke, which is good, because right now I'm doing dry January. And I thought, what's the one city I should visit if I'm trying to be sober for a month? Probably Salt Lake City. But right now we're at the Tabernacle, something like the biggest or like the epicenter of Mormons. I don't know. I really don't know. We're here to find out. This low-key feels like a side quest we're about to do. Like, look at this like heat of warning almost. Sick. We're about to go inside. We've been dealing with some thermal issues with the camera, so if it looks weird, just bear with us. You know what I mean? But yeah, into the Tabernacle. Are you guys like part of like, are you guys employed by this building?
We're not allowed to be recorded.
Let's make sure that's not on there. So where should I go?
You're allowed to walk around all 4 floors and look around if you'd like to.
Hell yeah, awesome. Well, I really appreciate it. Look at this graphic. Bro, like I understand what they're trying to say here, but this feels like a chat GPT. Listen to this quote. We dedicate it as gathering place for thy people, where they may assemble to hear the word of the Lord as it is spoken by the servants who stand as prophets, seers, and revelators, and as witness unto the world in the living reality of the Lord Jesus Christ, whose name is the only name given among men whereby they may be saved. That's one sentence. Yo, look at this.
If you're looking for the recital, it's actually at the Tabernacle across the street.
Oh, so the Tabernacle's across the street.
It's that domed building.
So apparently there's a recital going across the street. We're trying to race to make it. That lady was so sweet. I guess a big thing here too is you can't like film the people working. So we are trying to be pretty cool about that. That was the show. Pretty gorgeous, if you ask me. Pretty beautiful. I will say, like, the architecture here looks beautiful, given like the gloomy skies and such. The wind's really starting to pick up. It's kind of getting a little tough. Hey, Keller, do you live in Salt Lake?
I actually live in Logan, about 2 hours that way.
Yeah. So did you grow up in this area?
I grew up in Payson and in Vernal.
So if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
are you Mormon?
I'm of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, yes.
Yeah. So is that the proper way to say it? Is like Mormon like calling indigenous people Native American or something? Or?
Well, we really try and focus on Christ, you
Yeah.
know, and Mormon, he was an old prophet that was, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's really cool, you know, like, he was a person here in the Americas, kind of like in the Bible, you know, we hear about, like, all of the prophets, like Moses and Abraham in Jerusalem.
Oh, so Mormon was a prophet.
Yeah, he was a prophet here in, like, the indigenous tribes and things here. He was somebody who, like, wrote the scriptures and things and for other people here, and he wrote the Book of Mormon. So we believe in the Bible. We believe in the Book of Mormon because they were both written through that inspiration of God, and they testify of Christ.
What are some misconceptions people have your community, your religion?
You know, a lot of people think that we're just out there kind of like our own, like, group of things, like, we've got all these crazy practices and things, but really we're super friendly people.
I know you are extremely friendly, dude.
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
$1 million smile right there, dude. Really appreciate your time. Yeah, hope you make it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, like everyone here is so nice. Like, but that's like the thing I've noticed about everyone here is just smiling. They're waving. Someone was smoking that Sir Reginald. It smells like Denver in here. But just overall, a cool ass place. Amen. By the way,
Andrew.
Nice to meet you, Andrew. How is it living in Salt Lake City and not being a member?
Well, I grew up LDS, but like not in Utah, but I just came out here for school and have lived here ever since.
Like BYU or Utah?
Weber State up in
Oh,
Ogden.
Weber State's here?
Yeah.
Shout out Damian Lillard.
Yep.
Yeah,
shout out Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Shout out Portland. Shout out Trailblazers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Obviously, we have this.
Honestly, gorgeous.
Gorgeous. City Creek. You know, it's a shopping mall, a lot of shopping opportunity in there.
If you don't mind me asking, you said you were a member of the church.
Yeah.
What made you leave?
I think that it was ideological mostly. That's like where it started, probably like when I was like 15 years old, like a freshman in high school. That's like kind of when it started to
Kind of the schism for you?
Yeah, like I had like just some good teachers that taught English and history and just allowed me to kind of examine, you know, my beliefs a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So
what are some misconceptions people have of the church? And what of them are kind of, and which one of those are like kind of true in your opinion?
The lowest hanging fruit is polygamy. Like obviously this church has outlawed its practice since.
Oh, okay, I was about to ask.
Yeah, since like the late 1800s. I can't remember exactly when. There are offshoot Mormon church that still practice it throughout Utah and Arizona, but the numbers are very small, and the church has done their due diligence in distancing themselves from all of that kind of activity. So that's obviously like the number one. Two, I mean, I don't know if it counts like if you're just looking specifically for the church or just like Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake, Salt Lake in general.
Yeah, I mean, like we have like a decently fun nightlife. Like we're kind of on an island out here, so we do get like some pretty good shows that roll through.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's always a crapshoot, but yeah, luckily like we have some solid venues that artists keep coming back to, and then a couple like festivals as well. Like I was living up in Ogden, like I mentioned, and Close was nice. It is a little bit of a culture island. Just I was born in Seattle, a hipster city.
Yeah, I could see that.
Grew up in Portland, a hipster city. So like those places will always just have like the cutting edge restaurants and bars.
What do you want to say to your fans, man?
My fans?
Yeah, your fans.
I love you. Thank you for your support. And
Awesome. I love you too, man. Appreciate your time, Andrew.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Well, that was the video of hanging out with Mormons for a day. And I feel like the best way to close this off is to drink ourselves a hot cup of coffee, hop on a plane, go back to Denver. Appreciate y'all watching this. Like, subscribe,